And we're live. Woo!
And we are live.
Oh my god,
Hello.
crazy. Isn't it crazy that we're actually live this week? Yeah, sorry there was no stream last week. I had a situation that I had to deal with. And the week before, you know what happened with my internet. That was kind of a whole sad situation that I'm trying not to think about. But we're here, and we're back. And things are going fine. And we can jump right back in where we left off last time. And if you weren't with us last time, we were looking at fauna, which is animals and such, in the Hymian Rises. Hymian Rises? Hymian Rises? Hymian? I always say this in different ways every time, I swear to God. So, Effect has been working pretty hard behind the scenes, though.
Well, so what I like to do, sit down and brainstorm, because my brain doesn't work that way. I can't just sit down and do stuff. I have to do many like chores and things around the house, and if I get something in my mind, I'll take my notes app on the phone. I'll just write down ideas. And over the week, since we did mention, due to the connection errors that we've had last time, when Saint wasn't able to stream, that we will do some additional creatures offline. And I did that. I brainstormed 2 new creatures and refined one of them that we have already made last stream.
Nice. So which one do you want to start with? The Rockfoot?
So yeah. Do you want me to go over
Yeah, let's go through them. Let's just chat about them. Kick us off to the right start.
Yeah, so the Rockfoot, right. So because we are doing the Hymian Rises, which is the dwarven area, which is very commonly both coated in winter, but also the dwarves like to live within the mountains, inside like tunnels and underground, and these specific areas called forges, which are basically the towns of the dwarves. And across this landscape, they typically like to go forage around. For their own conveniences. Rather, you'll have both crops and animals scattered around in the forager's cradle, which is the forest nearby. And these things are either being hunted, they would be domesticated, they would be ran away from.
the most important of the lot, of course, the running away.
And some of these creatures they even learn from. Indeed, for the predators. But no, the dwarves are stout people, they can fight. But basically, one of the creatures that I've made is what I dubbed a Rockfoot until we find better names. It is a creature of medium size that has long front legs with which it reaches forward when walking. I kind of almost imagine it as like a little bit, like you like grip to the ground and drag yourself. With like you know how like cheetahs run and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But it's really good. It's really good for long distance travel. Maybe even horses are a better idea for long distance travel and energy preservation when food is scarce in the winter period. Something that I really think about a lot when I do these creatures is the environment they're in. So it would make sense that they would have means to mitigate the environmental challenges, like lack of food sometimes. They have really strong, this is the reason it's called a Rockfoot. They have really strong hind legs that have a rock-like tough skin coating and thick calves. It is common to hear tremors in the earth when these beasts crawl through the land, underground, or migrate their herds on land. I didn't specify if they dwell underground or on land. It doesn't really matter. I think they do both. But I really like the idea of this prey animal that is a bit like not quite like a buffalo, but kind of like a buffalo.
Similar vibe,
they'll graze. Yeah, they'll traverse and everything like that. But whenever they walk, you can hear tremors when they walk, especially in a herd.
I like
these,
that.
with like heavy foot, right?
That's good.
It's just a really cool idea. Yeah.
Also,
I
just
kinda,
a
like,
quick note of saying hide a duck, and yes, we could do a one inspired by Anubis, but maybe not in this region.
Yeah,
but yeah,
absolutely.
I do really like this. I think it's a really good prey animal, and I think you've set a good tone for what we kind of need in prey animals as well. Obviously, we can do quite a lot with material-wise. These could be used partially, maybe like the underskin layer of the tough skin could be used for armors and all kinds of stuff, which could be quite fun. But yeah, just for meat and everything else, it's really cool. And I can imagine a herd of these being quite terrifying, actually.
Yeah, I can see them using their hind legs to fight and protect themselves too. Which is something that is common in prey animals. People like to associate horns and spikes and all these things with predators and scary creatures, but most of the time these animals develop these as a defensive mechanism.
Yeah, like the Stegosaurus. No,
Like the
like
Stegosaurus?
actually, I joke, but like genuinely. Yeah, it was defensive.
Like a goat, right, and stuff like that. It always makes me like laugh whenever the all like satanic depictions, are
all
goats.
have like goat horns, and it's like, but goats are prey.
Yeah, you're trying to defend himself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of wild, honestly. I hadn't actually thought about that until you just said that, and that's actually quite funny. Now I'm thinking about it. Holy shit.
Right, so
okay, next up.
Next up, we have the rubets, or the crystalline ovine, which is commonly used by the dwarves. Which last time, all we had for this creature is they harvest their coat, which is a ruby-like structure, and that they keep them domesticated. So we didn't have much. So I wrote down that they are a sheep-like creature that has a heavy crystalline coat resembling ruby. They have been domesticated over the generations as one of the oldest animals adapted by the dwarven kind. Their original breed was far more unruly and wild, prone to temper and territory. It has since become passive and calm. Their foreheads will commonly don a crystal monobrow with unique shapes specific to the individual rubets.
That's good.
Dwarves commonly keep domesticated ovine in glass dome creature pens positioned across the underground and the forges. I thought,
no, that's really cool. Like, it defends them, it keeps them safe, but it also keeps them in.
Yeah, exactly.
I imagine that they have a really bad headbutt.
They really would. They really would.
Like, that would hurt like a bitch if you got headbutted by one of these things.
Yeah, and I also imagine they would keep like the monobrow would be used in trophies sometimes, maybe for decor, stuff like that, because it's all like
or
unique.
Like to put in headdresses and stuff, almost kind of vibe.
Or that, yeah.
It'd make excellent like tiaras and crowns and stuff.
Yes, absolutely. I'm sure there's going to be some of them that are wild, right? Because I sort of imagine it to be like a fingerprint. So everyone has a unique one. You'll never see two.
Well, even
the
like
same
deer,
pattern.
have their antlers are all unique, and I mean, obviously, we'll get occasional points in nature where they're kind of the same, but the pattern grows differently, and
To us, they look the same, but I'm sure they're unique.
They are definitely very unique. Deer antlers are always, because they grow and get damaged differently, and they shed them and then they regrow them again, and they regrow with the damage that has happened kind of back again. It's very strange. They're really fascinating if you actually look up deer horns.
They really are, yeah. But that's kind of the same formula for these
they're
ones,
just like individual to the rubets.
Yep, and I really like them. They're really, really fun. One of my favorites. And the reason I said they're one of the oldest domesticated animals is because I was thinking like the dwarves this is a generational home to them. Even back when they were conquered by humans, they still had a home here. Yeah. And they were still leftover dwarves here and there.
That's why they came back to here, because it was their homeland per se.
Exactly. So it made sense to me in my head. They were like, every civilization needs its OG sort of what kept them alive, what kept them company. We don't often think about it, but like the animal companions that we lived through in history are one of the most like endearing stories. And you know, we very rarely hear the stories of like how farmers got by, how all these people that sustain us on a day-to-day life go through these periods where it's crises and issues. And having something like this creature, and like when I imagined them initially, I imagined them like wild boars, you know, like how a wild boar has temper. That's how they used to be.
Yeah, fucking hell they do.
And then they became like more like actual sheep, how we know them today, be sheep, right? Which it's very interesting IRL, by the way, how the sheep became the sheep.
I actually don't know about it.
Cool. Yeah, I mean, I kind of looked into it a little bit. Sheep used to not have such a big coat. Obviously, it was due to humans that they've developed these things, and it's actually very inconvenient for the sheep. But they used to be.
Is it
like,
because of like repetitively like shearing it off that now it just grows more?
It grows more, and the sheep like fall over. They have weight on them now that they can't even carry the
That's actually kind of sad.
Yeah, oh my god, it's actually so sad when you actually look into how some sheep are treated. In all fairness, a lot of sheep herders and shepherds love their sheep. Like, they're actually probably one of the few livestock that still get a lot of love.
Yeah, to be fair, all the sheep people I know around here, like, I'm in the middle of nowhere, in the countryside, so there's a lot of sheep and cows and all kinds of stuff around me. But they do get treated pretty well from around here. Better than all the cows and everything else, to be honest.
Yeah, exactly. So that's fortunate enough, and they do take care of them tremendously well, shearing their coats regularly and all that. But you know when you like first shear a sheep and you have that thin coat on them? That's how they originally looked like, and that was normal.
Damn. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, and over generational breeding.
Don't be sheepish, Doug. Good.
Don't be sheepish, yeah.
That's cool.
So really cool. So I just imagined a little bit like a dog, right? How a dog used to be wild and unruly and then slowly was pacified. A lot of inspiration went into the bits that I wrote down for them.
I mean, it makes sense. All domestic animals must have not been domestic at some point.
Exactly.
Yeah, and I like the whole fact that they have like a crystalline cone. Like, the idea is like instead of using shears, they'd use like a chisel or something to like get the coat off them. They just regrow.
Yeah.
Which is fun. I mean, I can imagine that the dwarvish architecture would have a lot of like crystals embedded in it, and like this red crystal. Considering that this is a domesticated animal, like they must have like, I imagine their colors are pretty like gothic. Like we talked a little bit about this before, kind of. Well, I mean, the Dusk Elves are more gothic, but I feel like these guys are going to be very much like not gothic. What's the word? Brutalish.
Yeah, I imagine like almost gothic steampunk a little bit.
Yeah, like I'd say gothic steampunk, but a bit of brutalism in there, like with the practicality of brutalism. Yeah, but with a lot of like red accenting. Yeah. And we said they have quite a black, like dark, different shades of grey stone, right? We already talked about that a little bit.
Yeah, the natural environment is quite
kind of grey to black stone.
Grey to black, yeah.
So I can just imagine, like, can you imagine the color? Like, that would be, like, the red would stand out so well against that. Like, the pops of color. I feel like the dwarvish cities are going to be so cool. Yeah. Maybe one day I'll learn to draw, and I'll be able to.
I even imagine.
Draw that.
You know what I imagine a lot of times? You know the roads, like you know how we have pavement and stuff like that. I can imagine them embedding red crystals into the path,
like to mark the sides of the road or something, or
to mark the main roads.
That would be so cool.
The roads that they use to pull carts through when there isn't, when they don't use, like, tracks. When they just use normal pathing, they use in like crystal, like red, small bits of red crystal embedded into the pavement, so to speak.
To like mark it as a main road.
Yeah, to mark it as a main road. And you imagine just like when it's night, when it's dark. We will always be dark.
Like the glittering red.
The glittering red on the road, so that you can always see your path ahead. When you're underground.
Cool. I think making an animal similar to like a firefly but underground would be sick as well.
Oh yeah, we definitely need to make like multiple of those. Um,
Gives
I
it
would, I
some
would
light.
actually. We can do that today, actually, if you want.
Yeah, I mean, we're on the animal section, so why not? But let's have a look at the last animal you made first before we go on to making some new ones. And I'm just gonna.
So we've seen the gummock before, so we're not gonna address it again, but it's a cool one as well. Then the last one is the as I called it, a hippie.
Which my brain I literally immediately asked, you mean like peace and love hippie?
No, it's hippie as in hypnotic.
Yeah.
And it'll explain in a second why. They're an omnivore and canid, who often lurks in the farthest cradle.
Oh, thank you. I was about to say just in case. No, I don't know what that is.
Canids are like, foxes and wolves and things like that. That family of animal. They're distinguishable by their coats that appear translucent and prismatic under certain light conditions. They're elegant, curious, yet incredibly fierce when provoked. It's the equivalent of a game where, like, I kind of was inspired by Icarus, to be honest with you. You know how some animals just get hungry and then get aggressive?
Mm-hmm. That's really
kind
funny. We've been playing a lot of a game called Icarus on the side, so that's where that's coming from. Sorry.
Yeah, but it's basically that's kind of the formula. Like,
honestly, great inspo.
Yeah, when provoked, they will attack. But if you don't touch them, if you don't mind them, they will just live their life, so to speak. They probably won't. They probably won't even like be around you. You know, there's one of those creatures.
I feel like they'd be a little bit skittish, like around people. Like they wouldn't actively. Like, they're not necessarily scared, but they just will like rather avoid bigger things.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So they're wolf-like. Their mesmerizing coat protects them from predators. I kind of almost imagine like a miasma, right?
Like it's almost like makes you kind of blur, like miasma is in like desert miasma.
Yeah, like it's almost like
not quite there, like something shimmering,
You think it's there, maybe it's not, and it gets confusing to the animal senses.
I love that. That's cool.
Especially when underground, right? Imagine like you're walking through and you just see something on the corner of your eye. You don't know what it is. You're not
entirely sure if it's there or not. Oh god, that can actually be kind of terrifying. I love it.
Yeah, but they're not hostile typically, right?
No, but like, can you imagine if someone wasn't like not from here, just goes down in the thing? They just keep catching glimpses of something in the corner of their eye, and then they think they're going fucking crazy. I love that.
Exactly.
And the dwarves would have a fucking laugh at that. Let's be fair, they would find that hilarious.
100%. But they do primarily habitat the surface, and they will go into caves or steal burrows from other animals during like mating season. And I'll be honest with you, I took inspiration from that one bird species that's such an asshole bird species. They keep stealing nests.
Oh my god, I know I know what you mean. Oh god, what bird is that?
I don't know what it is, but I just know there's a bird.
Yeah, no, I know. It'll come to me later probably, and then I'll just randomly say it. But yeah, I know what you mean.
And the last thing I wrote down is that some dwarves and outsiders that do encounter these have been known to write poetry and tales about them. They are said to bring good fortunes to the dwarven miners.
I love that. Also, Duck is apparently not allowed to send messages in chat. Don't worry, I'll allow it. Totally not judging them as a bird myself, but yeah, they're cunts. Do you know what kind of bird it is, Duck? Can you find out for us? I mean, I can't remember what kind of bird it is, but I know, yeah. Also, I love that you're now claiming to be a bird. You are the duck.
The duck.
But no, I love this. I love this so much.
Yeah, those are the animals I wrote. They're really fun. I like them.
I love them. I think it's a really good tone to set. We do need to think of their dwarven names. So for naming convention wise, we have like 2 names for each of these. We have like the common name that everyone else calls them, and then we have some kind of over the top pretentious name that the dwarves call them, because dwarves speak what we call high common, which is essentially Queen's English to English. You know what I mean? It's an over the top, kind of specifically taking the piss out of the humans who enslaved them for so long to show intelligence over them, but that's kind of now become like their normal way of speaking because of that over time. There's a few, but the one I remember the most is the cuckoo. Oh yeah, the cuckoo bird does that. I forgot that. Jesus. Thanks, Duck. Appreciate. But yeah, so we do need to think of their high common names, might be the best way of wording it. Again, basically Queen's English. So that's why the scavengers, the Gomok, are known as root architects. The Rubets are known as crystalline ovine.
Crystalline ovine.
Which is so over the top. I hate that I can do a Queen's English voice. It's quite disturbing. I fucking hate it. Every second of it.
It's so authentic when you do it as well.
It is, because I'm British. It's awful.
Yeah.
Sparrows and starlings are also... I think starlings were the ones I was thinking of.
Starlings, yeah. Starlings, that's the one, yeah.
Sparrows do it as well. Crazy. Okay, so basically a lot of birds are assholes. Understood. Sorry, that was a bit harsh. But okay, so...
How do we think about something like, for the first one?
For the Rockfoot.
The Rockfoot. How do we think about the Terrain Strider?
The Terrain Strider? I fucking hate it, which means I love it. Okay. Terrain.
Wait, but duck. Don't ducks also bully other ducks?
Yeah,
Like,
actually, that's a really good point.
Because I'm pretty sure other ducks will bully other ducks by throwing rocks at them or something similar.
Or is that geese?
I don't know, maybe it's geese actually. I might be.
When they deserve it? Whoa. That's a pretty wide open way of saying that. That could be any circumstance. Who decides when they deserve? Just don't answer that. Okay. So the Terrain Strider is of course one of these. Geese are assholes that do it outright. Yeah. Wow, duck's really triggering all of the automod things right now.
I don't even have to suppress you, duck. You just suppress yourself.
Yeah, fucking Twitch does it for me. Okay, so we now have the Terrain Strider, the Crystalline Ovine, and the Root Architect. Okay, what about the Hippie? Peace and love, man. Different kind. Anyway, what about this one? What about, like, prismatic something? Prismatic Lurker?
Fortune's Prism.
Oh, that's good. Fortune's Prism. That's actually adorable.
I just channel mine at Hogwarts. It's fine. But I love these dwarves. They're so fun.
They're so over the top, man.
They're so dramatic. They're my spirit.
Giving me like fucking trauma. No, I'm joking.
This is like if theater kids became a species.
Wait, it would be, to be correct, Fortune Prisms would be the correct way of putting it, because otherwise. Yeah. So Root Architects, Crystalline Ovines, Terrain Striders, and Fortune Prisms.
Yes.
It's actually so OTT. That's hilarious.
You have to like roll your R's. Fortune
Prisms. So stupid. If this kid became a species effect, you seriously gotta call me out like that. No, Duck, you are, but nah, your accent ain't posh enough, bro. Come on.
Yeah, Doug, your normal accent isn't posh enough. I know you can
you know,
speak
it's really,
posh.
like, I've got to be careful how I word this. You know how, like, lots of people, especially people who, okay, how can I say this without sounding offensive? It's not offensive, I'll talk about it. Do you guys know what code switching is?
Yes.
Yeah.
I know what it is.
So, like, code switching is normally done, and I'm not saying this to be offensive, it's just a fact, by generally ethnic minorities or people who have an ethnic background that they speak in a certain way to do with that language. And then when around other people, normally in oppressive environments, which is why it isn't fun, they will code switch to speaking in a different way to be more like present in a way that is acceptable, quote unquote, to society. Now, a lot of people, British people, don't feel the need to do that because a lot of us white British people can just get away with just being white and British, and that's good enough, and that sucks, and racism sucks. But I have noticed that, like, I tend to code switch between speaking posh when I'm doing, like, teaching stuff. Like, I will speak more Queen's English, but then I'll speak more like Londoner when I'm, like, working in my job at the warehouse. It's so bad. Like the sound, like the difference in the sound of my voice is insane.
You're like, I sounded disgusting. What is this? No. I
Just
get
saying
that.
it, common as mug duck, yeah, crazy. In other words, having Vicky Pollard go from a common to a posh and eloquent form. Yeah, same kind of thing, yeah, kinda. I mean, I don't know if that is the right term, but I think it's called code switching for most things, so I'm gonna call it that, but yeah.
I mean, that's what I've done most of my life, actually. Like, not because of oppressive, like environments or anything.
Yeah, that's why
like
I'm
that,
not sure
but
if it's the right word, because I think normally it's in reference to oppressive environments, so I'm not sure, like, if
maybe
the definition...
I'm sure there's a word other than that. I mean, adaptability. Like, that's basically what it is.
Yeah.
Adapting to environments. Because I know when I'm around, like, British people, my accent switches quite a bit. And then when I'm around Americans, my English changes a bit. I don't do it consciously most of the time.
I pick up accents and adopt accents without trying, and I don't even hear it, and it's funny as fuck to everyone around me except me, because I don't know I'm doing it. Yeah, it's wild.
It's funny. Yeah,
it's quite funny when I finally get told and it gets pointed out, and I'm like, oh shit, here we go again. We'll just keep it talking nonsense the next 45 seconds ish, because we have got ads right now. But yeah, no, so I think it's quite funny, like, these guys are very Queen's English coded, like...
They are.
But I like that they've done it out of oppression, in like, we're smarter than you humans who speak all this basic common, so we're gonna go and one-up you, and use big words and posh accents, and make ourselves sound 10 times smarter than you guys are.
Yeah, I mean, they used, basically, they're doing it a little bit like backwards, I guess. They're using the language as an empowerment thing, more than, so they do it consciously, and maybe that's just over time, they just kind of accepted that, and that's how they speak now, perhaps. But it is quite interesting how you can sometimes take something that oppresses you and demeans you and all these things and use it as a weapon.
Turn it into something bigger for you, yeah. And I love that.
We do have lore on the dwarves as well, that something that they commonly do is they wear braids. And braids are another symbol of revolt, which is purely just not inspired by anything IRL. This is purely just as a symbolism for the dwarves, for this world. They like to do that as a way to differentiate themselves from the styling of humans. They'll consciously do that. They will style themselves as a dwarf to have that identity there still. Because like the visual identity is important. It's what we have in society. It's prevalent everywhere. Doesn't matter if you are talking about religion, a society, a civilization. They all have
everything has like codes in it, like
codes,
looks. You know.
Exactly. And for them, wearing braids is very symbolic, very important. Which also comes with like the beards and everything like that. Our dwarves are very much similar to like your typical dwarf. We're not super innovative.
Just accidentally move the screens around. Just don't question it. Just press the wrong button. Just don't worry about it. I'm switching things, except it won't let me switch things.
Before I ramble on about...
Ignore what you're seeing randomly on the screen with me switching things. Don't worry about it. Because I want to change it's fine. I'm sitting in my chair weirdly, because I'm sitting like a fucking queer person, because I am queer. And it's annoying me. Don't worry. But yes, right, you are back from ads, so that's fine. So we've got names sorted. I wanted to do something, like I said, with some kind of glow-in-the-dark animal that maybe can be like similar to fireflies. I like the idea that they can catch them in like jars and lanterns and stuff and then use them.
Yeah, like just like the arch-like shimmer bugs that we have.
Yeah, kind of, but maybe not as terrifying as the arc-light shimmer bugs.
Yeah.
Because the arc-light shimmer bugs are like fucking dangerous and very scary.
They are.
I'm thinking literally like just little things. Maybe not even little. Maybe And I'd imagine these are almost domesticated, and they use them as light sources. Like.
I wouldn't even say domesticated necessarily. We can even treat them like bats. You know how like bats just kind of live in caves?
That's why I think it'd be
maybe-
cool if it was like an insect thing that they can like put in like little terrariums and essentially have like little terrariums as like lamps.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You know,
Yeah.
I just feel like that would be really cute.
It would be, yeah. I like the idea.
Like terrarium lights, essentially, just all over the place.
Mhm.
It just sounds really adorable to me.
It would be adorable. I like it. What are we thinking for like qualities for this creature?
I'm gonna put it, I don't know if I should put it in domesticate. I feel like these are just things. Prey, technically, I guess. Would that work? Prey?
I guess, yeah.
I'm gonna say prey. Okay. Put another one of these down, ready for the next one. Okay, so description-wise, small insects that emit a soft... What kind of color glow do we think?
What do we think? Guys,
I feel like...
Dax, do you have an idea?
Yeah. Pink with yellow polka dots. So like pinky yellow kind of glow.
Pink yellow is such a stark difference in color.
Yeah, what
How
would
do they
that
even
look
do
like?
that?
Google.
Do bear in mind that this glow is going to determine the vibe of the entire like structure of how they live, right? Because these lights will be commonly found, right?
Like that's not a bad vibe.
Yeah,
Well, like maybe some of them are more pinky and some of them are more yellow, and it just makes some kind of weird mix in between glow. Tell you what, how about they come in pink and yellow and they can breed them specifically in like yellow ones with yellow ones to get yellow ones and pink ones with pink ones to get pink ones.
Yeah.
It's tongue in cheek, but it works. I'm gonna take it and run with it, Doug, because I don't say no to ideas here. I work with them. This is the yes and channel, okay? So pink, yellow, go depending on which type they when they are born. They can be selectively bred to thank you. The dwarves make small terrariums for them to create lights. Like lamps in homes, and like, do we want their street lights to be like just terrariums? It's kind of cute.
Yeah, I mean, I'm down for that, personally.
That's actually really adorable. In my brain, that's so cute.
Yeah. Can I have a right as well?
Absolutely, go, add.
So I'm thinking as well, just for like immersion's sake, I sometimes like to think about how these creatures behave in the wild, right? And something that's common with insects in general is warmth. So they're particularly, I kind of imagine that they're particularly fond of warm stone and like mineral-rich vapors of like underground springs. I can imagine them gathering in great swarms around forge houses, bath chambers, like hearths. You know.
Places where it's warmer, yeah.
Yeah, warmer, yeah.
I like that,
So,
put that
like-
down. So I guess you'll always know which way to the forge or the bathhouse or the...
I mean, Wayfinders. Maybe that could be in one of the posh names. Something Wayfinder.
They could even just be called like emissive wayfinders. Maybe the common name for them is Wayfinder. That's really cute though. I like these guys. Maybe lights almost like glowberries. How bright are glowberries? If these are gonna be street lights, they gotta be fairly bright.
Or
Like when they cluster together. Yeah, I suppose you just put a lot of them. Like I'm thinking these are really tiny insects. Like maybe small is not the right word. Like tiny. That they just get a load of them in a jar and maybe put some like specific rocks in it that, you know.
Also, this is side note. I feel like dwarves would have saunas.
Oh, 100%. Like Roman bathhouses type vibes.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
They just seem like sauna people. I don't know.
I imagine like full-on bathhouses with like fucking fancy, naturally mineral fucking hot springs and shit in them. You know what I mean?
I almost imagine one of their exports to the Camaria is stuff like, you know, because they need heat over there. Stuff that like bath salts and things like that are naturally
things that
warm.
like heat things. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they would take a lot of that from the dwarves, minerals and things that help with heat preservation.
That's actually such a good point.
Sorry, that's just a side note. It's just something I thought of. But I just love how the world builds itself. It's really cool.
I really like these guys though. They're cute.
Yeah, they're really cute.
Just tiny little insects that just... And the idea of the dwarves living so harmoniously with nature makes sense as well, right? Because we've talked about how much respect they have for the earth and the world around them, and how they protect the literal divine of earth.
Yeah.
Like, I think it makes sense that instead of using, say, fire to light things, or for visual light, they just use nature instead. Like, they're just like animals. They're like, yeah, this works, you know? It's like less destructive, you know? Because like fire burns low and it runs out and it burns wood and it takes resources. But they just make terrariums that these things can just live in.
Yeah. Do you spell pastime together or separated? Like pastime?
I think it's pastime, as in I think it's one word. One T.
Pastime, like that?
One T, I think.
Alright, yeah.
I'm dyslexic, maybe don't trust me. But like, I think that's right.
I mean, it auto-corrected me to this, so...
Oh shit, look at me go! Oh my god, today's a new day. Is my dyslexia cured? Crazy. Like, low-key, this might be my favorite thing, like, animal that we've made so far. I just really like pretty lights.
Shiny.
I'm such a magpie. Just, ooh, shiny. Ooh, shit. I know you meant shiny, but it's funny. Yeah.
Also, I had one more thing. It's just a little, like, small thing for the society.
You love it, hit up.
Among the youth, of the dwarven youth, catching wayfinders is quite common as a pastime. You know, I can kind of imagine kids running around trying to catch them. Maybe even, like, cute couples, you know, trying to, like, be all romantic and everything. Though the insect is always released before nightfall. Kids are often told a light imprisoned is a light soon extinguished. Almost like teaching kids not to be oppressive.
Yeah, I like the idea that all of the terrariums they make have like open tops, so the insects can leave any time. But they just there are just things in them that attract them.
Yeah. I like that.
Like, they're not enclosed terrariums, they don't keep them stuck. They're just like open topped and...
A little bit like how a beehive works, right? Right? Like, bees can freely roam.
Exactly,
clutter.
same kind of
So,
concept.
yeah. Yeah. Oh, I love these. They're really cool.
They're just cute. I'm just glad we have something cute finally, and sweet, and just I don't know. I just think they're really cute. Again, I
Yeah.
think this might be my favorite thing that we've made so far, and we need a name for them. So Wayfinders is their common name because they help you find your way. You know, because they are lights. What do we want to call them?
Mm.
What about like star imprints?
Star imprints. That's funny. Why star imprints? What are we thinking?
Because they kind of look like stars, like little stars in the cave's skies. Like in the darkness, when obviously they're not actual stars because they're underground.
Yeah.
So it's like imprints of stars but left far beneath the earth, you know?
Subterranean stars.
We can add subterranean star imprints. I don't know if that works.
No, I was just joking. No, I like that. Yeah.
Also just the idea of like imps, like playful, you know, so it's like a double play on words.
Star imps.
Do we want to call them star imps?
I mean, that's kind of what it became. No, as in like maybe making that instead of wayfinders, making them just be known as star imps too. On top of wayfinders.
Well, we had a suggestion from Doug to call them guiding. Like guiding the way.
Yeah.
I kind of like that one more.
Yeah, I like it.
Maybe they like colloquially might call these star imps instead of star imprints every time.
Oh yeah.
But I like that. No, I like that, Duck. Yeah, they help you guide your way to your destination. Yes.
Yeah.
Your guidance, Rockfoots. I've gone too high up. Guidance, Rockfoots, Rubits, Gomok, and Hippies.
Hippies are great.
You are not just a pretty face, Duck. We know that. We know that. You got a big brain up there. More of a brain cell than I have today, honestly. I'm fucking knackered. For anyone who's not British, that means exhausted.
Same came in being like,
I have been so brain scrambled today, it's actually unreal. Like, even throughout work today. My brain, nowhere to be found. I think Effect has been hogging the brain cell. That's my excuse.
I might have.
Yeah. I'm definitely not just, like, passing off the blame.
I might have, it's fine. Alright, so we have 2 scavengers, some domestication, some prey. We need predators and monsters. We need the scary stuff now.
We do need some scary stuff. I think...
What do we... Sorry, I interrupted you.
No, I was thinking we start on predators, because I think that's easier. Maybe.
What do we think about... I like the idea of something a bit more unconventional. Regarding... Because like, we'll make these creatures and everything, you know, they're kind of just... They're cool in their own right, and they're very traditional animals, right? But how about we do something that's a bit more unconventional in the sense that, like, a parasite, right?
Ooh, it's technically kind of a predator, yeah.
It would be a predator, like something that almost makes an inanimate object dangerous. Like, I like the idea of like a venom symbiote that hugs a wall. If you approach the wall, it sucks you in. You know what I mean? Something like that.
That sounds utterly terrifying.
Yeah, because that makes sense to me in a cave or in against a mountain, right? Because we have the forager's cradle. Let it be dangerous, you know. Besides foraging through it.
Well, they could attach to lots of different things, like trees as well as rock walls, or like they can blend into an environment and just latch onto it, and then as you walk past, they'll just like grab you.
Yeah.
Which is terrifying, actually.
Yeah.
Love that. Love how scary that is. So like shape-wise, like do they just mold themselves? Are they kind of like moving like I don't know how to word this.
Like goop, basically. Maybe
Just like
slime.
a living goo, like a living slime.
Something like that.
Okay, that melds itself to the surface of an object. The cave wall. Oh, yeah, thanks.
No worries.
Draws in is not the right word. Snatches. Can it, like, how does it... If it's just staying really still for a long time, does that mean it doesn't have to eat that often? Or... Because it's waiting for something to pass it, rather than waiting for...
Ooh, maybe it consumes the thing it's on. So, for example, if it's a tree, it will slowly eat away at the tree as sustenance.
Ooh, like an acidic kind of breaks through it and just breaks it down.
Yeah, over time, like over a long time. This is like when it doesn't have food, right? When nothing kind of passes it for a long time, it will eat the surface it's on. And once it consumes it, we can say that it just kind of dissipates. Or we treat it more like mycelium, where it seeps into the ground and finds itself elsewhere. What do we think?
I like that. I think seeping into the ground and just like moves to another object or another place.
Yeah. We'll say there's a limited amount of these in the Hymian Rises. Mainly because, like, how do you kill this? You don't. Maybe burn it, I guess.
I think, yeah. I mean, there must be a way, like, burning it, or maybe just drying it out, basically, would kill it, surely.
Yeah. Smoking it out, burning it. Ooh, maybe even the dried residue of this is used for elixirs and potions.
I like that. There's a lot of good potion uses for this.
Yeah, like making a anti-poison or something like that, like an antidote to poison or something like that.
I mean, if it has like an acidic goop that slowly dissolves whatever it is on into nutrients, like, can you imagine trying to harvest that for alchemical stuff? Like, that could make some seriously fucking wild alchemical shit.
There could be like a reaction to, like, maybe this, whatever is left of it once it dries, it's harmless to grab or to harvest because it loses its properties, and then once rehydrated,
it regains them.
It regains the properties again, and yeah. Yeah, well, this again builds itself. It works.
So, water can be added to the dried parts to regain some of the properties it previously held, but it does not bring it back to life. Only has to be dried out once, otherwise that's just like an infinite fucking thing, and you wouldn't be able to use them for alchemy. Okay.
Yeah.
So, a parasitic slime-type entity that melds itself to the surface of an object, e.g. cave wall or tree, and snatches any prey that moves by it. Whilst not eating, or when things don't pass it for a while, it slowly eats the thing it's on. It has an acidic goop that slowly dissolves whatever it's on into nutrients. Once it fully consumes what it is on, it melts into the ground and sets itself up on another nearby viable surface. It can be killed by drying it out, and then harvested for parts for potions and alchemy. Water can be added to the dried parts to regain some of the properties it previously held, but it doesn't bring it back to life. Yeah?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's basically what you said, yeah.
These are terrifying. I love it.
Really cool.
God, this region's fun. I mean, I say that every time. I say that to every region every time.
The more we like expand on these, the more fun they get.
Every region has some really fun shit in it.
Yeah. And like, we do make these, when we do make these sort of fauna in this fauna document and everything like that, these are specific to this area, but there's nothing stopping from creatures to co-inhabit areas, right?
Oh, yeah,
like,
God, no, yeah.
You know, so we make these right now, and nobody, like, whoever, like, decides to make a campaign in this or a one-shot,
You can use any of these anywhere, really. We're not going to stop you.
Yeah, you can use this anywhere, really. We might, like, eventually specify if something is endemic because it makes sense. But most of the time, these creatures may have migrated over the years. Nothing stopping that.
Yeah, and honestly, like, although we'll be making these region by region, like, a lot of the time the regions are bringing us new challenges in terms of environment and climate that we haven't thought about. Like, we haven't really thought about underground stuff until now.
Yep.
But obviously this isn't the only place with mountains and caves and caverns. Do you know what I mean? Like, the reason that we're focusing so much on that now is because, again, we literally just didn't need to think about it before. So that's part of the fun of, like, moving region to region, is it sets new challenges for you that you have to then think about. But that means that those things can then be applied to other places with similar climates or similar situations, you know? Like, things we make for the snow environment here could well even be in, I don't know, the Dawn Vale in the north where the snow is. Or, even further south. It could even be close to the South Pole. So, you know, there's nothing stopping you from using many of these creatures that we make across all of these things in lots of different areas. And, you know, eventually, we're going to label these region by region, but you can go into any of them to find any of the information you need.
Yep. Okay,
what do we call it?
This, Good question. I don't know.
We could even call it a parasitic something.
A parasitic?
I need to Google if something's a word.
Yeah, what's a synonym to parasitic?
What about globulate?
Globulate? What is that a synonym of?
Globulate is a term meaning to form small rounded drop spheres or globules. Basically a spherical-ish mass. I don't know. My brain just thinks it's like a glob, you know, like a glob of something. You can have like a glob of glue, for example.
A globulate scrounge.
Scrounge? Like, because it scrounges on things?
Yeah.
I love that.
Parasite.
That's so pretentious. I love it. The dwarves are so pretentious, holy shit. I fucking love them so much.
And the common thing might just be something like...
Wall slime. No.
Wall slime. Duck, do you have ideas?
Yeah, Duck, do you have any good common names for this? Globulate scrounge. This parasitic slime-type entity that just melds to a vertical surface. Well, not even necessarily vertical, but molds to a surface of an object. And just snatches any prey that moves by it and slowly dissolves whatever it's on. A blobby.
Blob?
What about a blobate?
A blobate.
Or a blobat.
A blobat. I like that. That works.
A blobat.
A blobat. A globulate scrounge, or as the common man calls it, a blobat. Imagine like the teacher.
I can imagine a dwarf being like, "Oh, the common folk might say."
No,
Blobat sounds like a breeding experiment with a Zubat gone wrong. Oh no. It does a little bit, huh?
I feel like a dwarf would be like, a common peasant may call these a globat.
No, you know what? I think they would even go, a human may call these a blobat.
Yeah. Or a human.
Like, associating lesser language with humans
Yeah.
is so funny to my brain.
Using human as a slur.
Yeah, no, literally, like, being like commoner. Like, pedantry.
Worse. The thing is, it's worse.
The plebeians. Those
Plebs.
humans.
Those plebeians. Those... What was it? Those
That's actually really
primates.
funny. Yeah. Oh my god, Jesus. Okay. I love it though. Good predator. Scary predator.
We're back in ads.
Oh, we're back in ads. Okay, quick. Talk nonsense for 1 minute and 20 odd seconds.
Did you make this like a small little ad addition down here? What is this?
Where? Huh? Wait, where are you?
Never mind.
Yeah. That's just a tiny addition on there for me to figure out later.
It took me forever to like even notice it.
Yeah, it's just a little note to self, you know?
Okay.
I should have just put it as a comment and then it would be on the side and easier to find, but you know, I might do that now.
You might. Yeah.
Let's just add that as a comment instead. Okay, there you go. It's actually on a comment now. So just being like in small print at the bottom of the thing. No, I'll actually be able to find it. Cool. Okay, we've got like 16 seconds left of ads, I think.
We are soon done.
Nearly there. Thanks for sticking through the ads though, appreciate it.
Money.
Yeah, it was like 220 something pounds the website per year.
Yeah.
Not including all the additional things, so it is very much appreciated. That came out of my bank account this morning. So yeah, thanks for sticking through the ads, Duck. Appreciate it. Okay, another predator. I think above ground predator vibes.
Agreed.
I think maybe... Okay, hear me out. Hymian rapture idea I had. Hymian. I keep saying it differently every time. Hymian rapture idea. No, because saying Hymian makes me think of the Hymen, which is... no.
Hymian.
Not the vibe.
Like the Himalayas, right?
Yeah, totally. Hymian rapture idea. Okay, so what do you want this Hymian raptor to do? It's not a Hymen. Look, Doug, this is when my brain has its ADHD as fuck, okay? Leave me alone. I'm trying here and I'm on caffeine.
I will say, Doug, with the raptor idea, I just want to point out this is a cold area.
Freezing. So can we make a snow rapture-y type vibe?
Have there been any like dinosaurs that survived the cold?
We have like tiny velociraptor type dickheads called Vasu in the primal forest, which is a cold region to be fair. Vasu could be up here too.
True.
Where's that segment? I think they're the Vasu. Yeah, Vasu, a species of predatory birds that hunt in packs. They are small and unassuming, often mistaken for songbirds, until their whole flock begins circling overhead as they store their prey. Wait, no, it's not that one. Fuck. Which one was it? Oh no, it was that one. No. Was it that one? Oh no, that is the one, but they're flying. Flying little velociraptors. Most females and animals are creatures up to 3 times their size. The females of the species are neutral brown, some males have deep brown bodies. Yeah, pocket-sized raptors who swarm. Feathered. There we go. Green-blue underwings and green-blue plumage above their eyes that almost looks like large eyebrows or ears. So we could definitely have Vasu, Vuasu even, in this area, but we can call them something else.
Maybe make them like a cousin species of the Wasu.
Yeah, That's what I'm thinking, but I thought I'd just put this here for now, and then we can adapt it.
The dwarves call them giant fuck-off lizards.
That's funny as fuck, to be fair. That's so stupid. It's so stupid. Oh,
You're just
no.
done with the formality, and we're like, fuck off, lizard.
So Vasu can be like the root name, because that's like part of the genus, but it's a different thing. So this would be Vasu something. And then we need to give them a name as well. So we'll adapt it from there.
The dwarves call it scary Vasu.
Okay, I'm gonna just delete this information. And I'm gonna put C primal forests. This variant is larger with like icy blue, like furry, like icy blue fur.
Yeah.
I like that duck. With white accenting. And maybe they don't fly. These ones are like a ground version, or
Yeah, they're flightless.
Okay, so we know that Vasu are a species of predatory birds that hunt in packs, right? See primal forest. This variant is larger with icy blue fur and white accenting, and they no longer have the ability to fly due to that evolutionary process. Instead, they are strong runners that still hunt in packs.
Ducks can fly, you know, right?
Ducks can fly. Wait,
Maybe you
duck,
can't
do you not know that ducks can fly?
Maybe duck means he can't fly. Oh. Do we give these guys a duck beak?
We can make them, have you guys ever seen, geese are terrifying. Can I be honest about this for 1 second? Geese scare the fuck out of me. If there's anyone here ever seen like a goose's mouth, I think it's a goose. Or no, it's a swan mouth.
I once chased my sister holding a goose.
No fucking joke. Swans, terrifying. Look at their beaks. They have teeth.
They do.
They are scary as fuck. Like, you want to look at that fucking mouth and tell me that that's not one of the most terrifying things you've ever seen. So I'm thinking swan-like beak.
Yes.
Lined with rows of tiny teeth. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Okay, swan-like beak with rows of tiny teeth to rip things apart, but larger. Okay, so wait, swan-like beak but larger. Hold on, let's... With rows of tiny teeth to rip things apart. Terrifying. Okay. So they're still pack hunters. They're scarily fast, and they run on the ground now. Yeah? Is this sounding okay? So if Uasu is like the name for like the genus, what are we calling these guys in common? In like regular common, low common?
Like sleet jaw. You know how you have like sleet that builds up?
Mm-hmm.
And because they have that coating on them from like
Yeah, do they burrow?
ice.
We should probably talk about that as well. Sorry. But
Do the other ones burrow?
no, they make nests in trees, but these guys can't make nests in trees. These guys just make ground nests.
Yeah, I'm just making
I like the idea they make them in like little like nooks in the sides of things and like places that they think are easy to protect. Okay, so sleet doors. Brave enough dwarven hunters will scavenge their eggs for food. That's insane. That's terrifying. I mean, it makes sense, but can you imagine? Terrifying.
Yeah, terrifying to do, but there is some out there. It makes sense they would do that.
These guys are just scary. Fucking scary.
Big fuck off lizard. Bird. I don't know what would be the formal name.
Bird, technically. Technically, just they're a flightless bird.
They are. Big fuck off emu.
Like, we can call them like swarming something. Or swarmers. Something swarmers. Snow swarmers. Doesn't sound posh enough.
Doesn't sound posh enough.
More like a mower on steroids? Yeah, basically. And I think they're larger than the bird variant, but I wouldn't say they're necessarily a large creature, you know? It's still relatively small, but like... yeah. Yubby, no worries, duck. God, this is a hard one to think of a posh name for it.
Yeah.
Like, is there a fancy name for like flightless birds?
I'm gonna just ask Google.
Yeah, I'm asking Google. I don't see one. Large running flightless birds are called oh fucking can't say that. I'm gonna type it. Ratites?
Ratite. A frost host ratite.
A what?
A frost host ratite.
Frost host.
Yeah. I don't know.
Frost host ratites. Yeah, that works. I had to say it, sorry, I had to say it in the voice before I could tell you whether or not it worked. It's just how it works. I don't know what to tell you.
Or pursuers. Because I feel like they would be like, they keep pursuing me, help me.
Like, what about, I was gonna say like ratite hordes. Or something. I think frost host ratite works fine.
Or like this is just example. Like
Ratite pursuers.
Because again, like they are posh and everything, but I feel like they still would scale it to their experience.
Yeah,
and I feel
true.
like these things would chase them down. They might call them ratite, which is a proper way to call them flightless, right?
Yeah.
And then add a quality to them that they associate with them.
That does make
Prostos,
sense.
it works. It's descriptive, but it's too welcoming. I'm thinking. It's just my thoughts. I don't know.
Another word for the okay, so large running flightless birds are called ratites, but the general scientific term for a wingless or non-flying bird is an apterus.
It sounds Latin.
Yeah, it does. Ratite sounds better. Okay,
Yeah, ratite persua.
I like it. We got it. Okay, monsters. We have no monsters right now. Me thinks we need some monsters.
Me thinks we need Yeti.
Oh, like a Yeti creature? That would be fucking good. Okay, but how does it differ from a Yeti?
It dwells in trees.
Bigfoot meet Yeti?
Bigfoot meet gorilla. Or Yeti meet gorilla.
Okay. Yeti crossed with a gorilla.
Because technically Yetis and Bigfoot are one and the same thing, typically, just told through different mediums of legend.
That's true.
Oh, freaking imagine an agile Yeti.
Terrifying. Okay, so a Yeti crossed with a gorilla, and they live in trees and are agile in the forager's cradle, able to move across treetops and land and overland with surprising dexterity.
Yep.
Creepy as fuck.
They maybe okay. How about making them like slightly like semi-sentient a little bit, and like they will go out of their way to attack and hunt dwarves. Almost like how orcas go and bully seals.
So they seem to enjoy hunting dwarves.
Yeah.
I'll say, and other humanoids.
Well, yeah, I'm sure we can't really differentiate. It doesn't care to differentiate.
In their territory. Which is large. Are they the kind that maybe play with their food before they eat it kind of deal?
Yeah.
They are known to play with their food, intentionally staging close calls and catching them. That's terrifying. And I love it.
How about their favorite way to play with prey is
Yeah.
to throw them in the air and like play catch.
I love that. It's terrifying. Do it. Oh, I'd be like throwing it into tree branches and shit. See if it's smart enough to hold on.
It's just terrifying.
Hey, we said we're making monsters. We gotta stick to script, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Again, terrifying. Don't mind me, I'm just putting some stuff in. We have another row ready to go. Ooh, I like that. They are only ever passive during mating season. Ooh. Oh, I'm really yawning. During which they exhibit merciful parental tendencies of nurture. That's actually kind of crazy, and I love it. So be damn sure that when you come across one, they're at least pregnant.
No, I think that's enough. No need to make it crazy.
No, I think that's enough. I think that's already monstrous enough. Question is, what do we call it? Like Hunter's Shadow or something?
Shadow implies more stealth.
True.
The Tyrant Jester.
Oh, nice.
Or just the winter that hunts.
I like Tyrant Jester. I think that's brilliant.
Tyrant Jester.
Common name.
Sadist. Sadist.
I think that much is obvious. They are sadists, but I don't know if we should call them that. What about sadias? Sadiars. Sadiars.
Yeah.
Because you're sad when you see them and they're sadists. 2 for 1. That shit's terrifying. Okay, I'm not sure about you, Effect. I am running out of brain power. Very quickly.
I think we're very productive.
I think we've done quite a bit today. We're at a good point. We've made quite a few extra things. We've talked about the things that you were doing in the background as well, which I very much appreciate, by the way. I'm still kind of getting back into existing in society, given the last few weeks. So I think we are going to call it here. But very much appreciate everyone coming along. Yeah, it was great. I honestly, Effect, you've done some amazing stuff in the background here. It's really cool. And I do think star imprints are my new favorite animal in the world of Calabria, which is kind of crazy. Although I'll probably end up making something next time we do animals and say, never mind, that's my new favorite, because that's what keeps happening. But I think that's a good sign, not a bad one.
I think my favorite so far are the Rubits, personally.
Yeah, it's funny. I think, you know, they're so fresh in our mind right now. I think, funnily enough, if we go back through stuff, we'd end up going, oh, actually, but I like that one, and I like that one, you know? It's all kind of good fun.
Yeah,
But,
I mean, I like them all, to be honest. I think they're all good.
yeah, that's the good thing about the project, you know, we're taking our time to do it properly. And we've made some really fun stuff with it. Hey, Doug, welcome back. I'm afraid we're going to be ending stream a little bit early tonight. I was just saying, we're going to call it here. I'm still getting used to existing in society again.
You know what we should do, by the way?
Yeah, what's
Sorry
up?
to interrupt you.
No, you're all good.
I think, given that you're still like adjusting and we keep creating new things, maybe we do a few streams where we just fill out the website a bit.
Yeah, we can do that, absolutely. I'm happy with that.
Yeah, we can do that because I feel like we need to like update the website quite a bit, and I think
God,
the most productive we get is when we sit down together and do it.
Yeah.
And why not just stream the process too and just fill two birds with one stone.
Yeah, and these guys can get an inside line into what we end up doing with those when we're doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good shout. We'll start doing that, I think. We'll do that next week. Just while things start, stabilizing a little.
To take a break a little bit from creating and do the publishing, so to speak.
Yeah, I think that's a good shout. I have been pretty burnt out recently, so one of those things, But yeah, so we're going to call it here today, guys. Thank you so much for joining us. Doug, you're great as always. We appreciate you, man. And yeah, we'll catch you guys next Friday.
Bye-bye.
Bye.